We have one simple question on today's channel. Who governs the UK? Who is actually governing this country? As predicted, the Rwanda plane didn't even take off last night, so it was a bit of a chaotic day for the UK government. They did manage to cover their back when it comes to the legal framework, when it comes to British law and British judges. It was last minute. The European judges, the foreign judges, the European Convention on Human Rights, using that as a line to stop the plane. And this is where the question is not just who's governing this country, because this is now the new battleground, but it makes you think whether this was a trap, whether the left, who have been celebrating last night a bit too early, maybe they are playing into the hand of the government. Maybe, because we're just simply trying to find out what's exactly going on. Firstly, let's not forget that this crisis is still getting worse. We just had 444 new migrants illegally entering the country via boats. This is Simon Jones from BBC reporting it. Yes, this was some of the boats, as you can see, that were stopped yesterday and today. 444. This is the new record over the last compared to the last few months. Now, the problem here is that we're going to talk about this throughout the whole day on this channel. We're going to do more video updates for you guys. Priti Patel's hit back at ECHR, and Boris Johnson and the UK government are now going after the ECHR to basically finally leave the European framework. And this is the main debate, because do you guys think that this was a trap? Do you guys think that this was not about the deterrent? This wasn't really about stopping illegal migration at this point. This was about using this to win a justifiable reason to go after this. Let's actually go to the political editor of the channel, Peter Barnes, and get his thoughts. Right, we're joined by the political editor of the channel, Peter Barnes. Welcome to the show, Peter. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How you doing?
Good, not bad. So, last night was a chaotic night. As a lot of people said, actually, the flight to Rwanda not happening, the lefties celebrating too early is actually playing into the hands of the government and the Tories, because you're now giving them a justifiable reason to go after the ECHR, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, when this policy was first rumoured around around Whitehall, a few of us said this has nothing to do with deportations. This is all about the European Convention, the European Courts on Human Rights. It's important to separate the two out. And yeah, they have somewhat played into the hands here.
Yeah.
Mainly on a PR level, because it's one thing that politics needs right now is an enemy. You need to kind of rally people around something that you don't, that's going against what you believe in. And the European Convention, the European courts have gifted it to Boris and his followers pretty much on a golden plate last night. I have to admit, I think everybody expected the legal battles to happen. I was shocked with the High Court decision, the Supreme Court, and the Just Court of Appeal. They all seemed to go in the government's favor a little bit. It was quite surprising to a lot of us, because we just thought, oh, it's slapped down. It's not even going to get as far as it actually did. But I have to admit, like a kind of late night, last minute intervention by what's known as a pajama judge. If anybody remembers, anyone's old enough to remember that phrase. Kind of stopping the flight. What's interesting is this judge hadn't even heard an oral argument.
Yeah.
Hadn't even seen the case really, and just put a stop to it.
Weird.
I mean, he got quite a few commentators last night were saying, who actually is in charge of the country right now?
Yeah.
Are we really living in a world where foreign judges, and let's be honest, they are foreign judges, still has so much power over our justice system, our legal system, and even like our most fundamental sovereign rights of border security?
Yeah.
And, the serious questions have to be asked here. And I think that the lefty lawyers and the charities and all these kind of people have gifted this argument to the Tories, because I don't think they realize just how out of touch they are when it comes to the issue of immigration and refugees and asylum seekers, compared to everybody else in the country. I don't think they realize that they aren't the majority. They live in their little Twitter bubbles. They live in their little Notting Hill dinner party kind of circles, which is, I think, Nigel Farage's favorite phrase. And I think that they don't realize that the majority of the country isn't on board with what they want to do. And I think it's going to come back to bite them really hard.
Well, that's the current situation that we have, and I'm still skeptical. This is just obviously theories that people are throwing around, and it could be that. But all I care about is Priti Patel, Boris Johnson, all these guys, get your act together and do something about it. This is your last and one main shot and really good opportunity to defend Britain. And if you fail, then this is it for the Tories. It's absolutely embarrassing what's going to happen if they fail. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to come back and give you more updates about what happened yesterday. And I'll be back in about half an hour, basically, with more updates. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.